No, dear, the funniest thing happened to me yesterday when I was in Plymouth.
Funny? What?
Well, the town clock struck 13.
13 o'clock? There is no such thing.
Well, I know, but just the same, the town clock did strike 13.
At noon?
Midnight.
Oh, you must have counted wrong.
No, there was another man there, a stranger. We got to talking and, well, we both counted the strokes, and there were 13.
Really? There was something wrong with the clock.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too, until the next morning. I had the townkeeper check the clock. Couldn't find a thing wrong with it.
It doesn't really make any difference, does it?
No, I suppose not. Except that I'm not too sure it doesn't have some special significance.
Such as what?
I don't know. Just that I've a feeling that, well, that there was a reason for it striking 13. Now, what that reason is, I haven't the slightest idea. Yet the feeling persists.
Weird. Spooky, if you ask me.
Now, you'll have to admit the town clock striking 13 is unusual.
Well, maybe it's happened before.
No, I asked. I'm sure it forewarns that something unusual and special is going to happen.
But nothing did happen. The weeks and months passed, and still nothing out of the ordinary happened. The incident of the town clock striking 13 was forgotten by Mr. Jarvis and his wife. Then, early one morning in the Jarvis household...
What's the matter, dear?
I woke a while ago and I can't get back to sleep. Seems that, well, something's keeping me awake.
Worry?
No, not exactly. It seems as if I have something special that must be done immediately. But I can't imagine what it is.
Oh, you probably have an upset stomach.
No, it isn't that. It's an impression that keeps insisting I should get up and do something.
If you can't sleep, you may as well get up.
I guess I will.
And after you're dressed, what are you going to do?
Go downstairs.
Then what?
Well, I don't know. Just follow impressions, I guess.
Reminds me of that town clock striking 13 affair.
Well, there's something unusual in the air. I can feel it.
Whatever you do, be back in time for breakfast.
Well, if I'm not, don't worry.
And do be careful.
Oh, there's nothing to fear. Well, everything looks all right here. Wonder what gives me this impression. Oh, perhaps I'd better go outside.
Good morning, Mr. Jarvis.
Oh, Jenkins, you startled me.
Well, I'm sorry, sir.
What are you doing up so early? It isn't yet daylight.
I know, sir, but I couldn't sleep.
Well, neither could I.
I had the feeling that you might want your horse, sir, so I got up and saddled him.
You had the feeling that I might want my horse this early in the morning?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but I never go riding before breakfast.
I know that, sir, but I had this feeling, sir. Now, do you want your horse, sir?
Well, as a matter of fact, I guess I do. But I don't know why.
You don't know why, sir?
No. You see, Jenkins, I too couldn't sleep. I had a strong feeling that there was something I should do. Well, it's obvious now that I'm supposed to go riding on Caesar, but why and where, I haven't the slightest notion.
It does seem very unusual, Mr. Jarvis.
Well, in a way, yes, I suppose. Well, on the other hand, I think there might be a definite reason and purpose in back of all this. The almighty hand of omnipotence is guiding and controlling. Give me the reins, Jenkins.
Where will you ride to, sir?
I guess I'll just have to trust Caesar. I'll give him his head and let him go where he will.
Yes, sir. But be careful, Mr. Jarvis.
I will, Jenkins. Get up, Caesar. Get up. Now, I'm trusting to you, Caesar. Take me where I should go. Well, Caesar, you seem to know exactly where you're going. Turning down the river road, eh, Caesar? Well, this doesn't lead anywhere except to the ferry, and the ferry isn't in operation at this time of the morning. Oh, well. Well, Caesar, this is the end of the road. Now, what are we going to do?
Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning.
Going across on the ferry, sir?
You the ferryman?
Oh, that I am, sir.
Well, I didn't know the ferry was in operation so early in the morning.
Well, usually it isn't, sir, but this morning I couldn't sleep, so I got up and dressed. For some reason or other, I felt sure that someone would be needing the ferry. And here you are. Bring your horse right up on the ferry, sir, and I'll be getting you across to the other side.
Thank you. Get up, Caesar. Now I know that God is behind all this. There's something he wants me to do. He's taking me to a specific place for a definite purpose. But what? And where?
Oh, thank you, sir. And good luck to you.
Thank you. Get up, Caesar. Get up. I'll still have to give you your head. Let you go where you will. There. Huh. It's getting daylight, Caesar. And still we aren't where we're going. I wish you could tell me where we're going. People are up and about. Still we're not to our destination.
Caesar continued to carry Mr. Jarvis on and on. Past farmhouses and fence rows they went. Down long lanes and across bridges. The horse obviously knew where he was going, but Mr. Jarvis still had no idea where the journey would end. On and on they went.
Well, we're coming into some sort of a town. Looks like a big one, too.
Indeed, they were approaching a large town. The largest town in that part of England. Into the very heart of that town, Caesar took Mr. Jarvis and then stopped.
Well, what are you stopping here for? There's nothing special here that I can see. Perhaps I'd better ask someone, see for it. Oh, pardon me, sir. Can you tell me if there's anything unusual going on?
You were speaking to me?
Yes, sir. I'm a stranger here, and I was wondering if anything unusual is happening in your town today.
Oh, nothing that I know of, sir.
Well, something different? Something that doesn't happen every day?
Oh, I don't... Oh, yes, at the courthouse. There's a trial in progress. A man's being tried for murder.
Oh, nothing else of importance going on?
Not that I know of.
Then that must be it.
Beg pardon, sir.
Oh, well, I was just talking to myself. Thank you very much.
You're jolly well welcome, sir.
Get up, Caesar. Get up. A trial. A murder trial.
Mr. Jarvis took over the reins and guided Caesar to the courthouse. Hitching Caesar to a ring in the pavement, Mr. Jarvis went up the courthouse steps and approached a guard outside the courtroom.
Pardon me, sir.
Yes,
I understand a murder trial is in progress here.
it's been going on for days, sir, but it's over now. I mean, the trial itself is over. Right now, the judge is talking, giving a summary of the case.
May I go in?
Oh, I'm not supposed to let anyone in while the judge is talking.
I came all the way from Plymouth, especially to hear what's going on.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's against the rules to let anyone in.
No. Well, you see, it's like this. Early this morning, long before daylight, I awoke, and I had the feeling that there was something...
Mr. Jarvis related the entire mysterious reasons for him being there in that courthouse.
So here I am. That's why I feel that I must go in there. Now, may I?
Well, under the circumstances, I can't very well say no, can I?
Ah, thank you, sir.
Do be careful.
Oh, I shan't make a sound.
For long hours, days, this court has heard the evidence of both sides. All the evidence points to guilt as charged. Before I give my official verdict and pass sentence, however, I wish once again to address a few remarks to the defendant. Also counsel for the defense. Counsellor, you have no further evidence to offer?
We arrested our case, Your Honour.
But it was a weak case. You claim your client was nowhere near the scene of the murder at the time of the murder. Yet you offer no evidence to that effect.
There is none, Your Honour. None that can be proved.
Exactly. And you, what do you have to say? You have nothing to say for yourself? Nothing at all?
I have nothing to say, Your Honor, except that I am an innocent man.
That voice.
The proof of my innocence seems to hinge on proving that I was not at the scene of the murder at the time of the murder. That I cannot prove. There is only one man who could prove it, and I have not the slightest idea who he is or where he is.
Why, that's the man I talked to.
At the admitted time of the murder, I was in Plymouth. At midnight, I was standing under the town...
Your Lordship,
Order
please.
in the courtroom!
But, Your Lordship, it was I who was there. and I can
Order
prove-
in this courtroom, or I'll have it cleared.
May I approach the bench, Your Lordship?
Such a thing is quite irregular, sir.
It has a definite bearing on this case, Your Lordship.
Very well. Approach the bench.
Your Lordship, I can prove that this man was in Plymouth on the night in question. At midnight, we stood under the town clock. We were remarking about the beautiful night. I said, beautiful night, isn't it? And he said,
That it is.
you know, when I'm in town, I always come here at midnight.
To hear the town clock strike?
Yes, and it always does something for me. Bolsters me up or something. I can't explain it.
Me too.
And then, Your Lordship, the clock started to strike midnight. This man and I both counted the strokes, and we were amazed, flabbergasted when it struck 13. Your Lordship, I identify this man as the one who was there with me under the town clock when the murder happened elsewhere. He was not at the scene of the crime.
Ah, well, if this is true, and this court is inclined to believe it is, you are free, my good man. You are innocent of the crime.
Oh, wonderful.